If you thought BMW was done pushing the limits of touring performance, think again, because the 2026 BMW K1600 GT has just detonated into the motorcycle world like a precision-guided missile. This isn't just another year-over-year update, and it's definitely not a safe redesign. BMW has gone straight for the jugular, delivering a machine so refined, so technologically aggressive, and so unapologetically fast that riders everywhere are questioning whether this is still a touring bike or a grand touring superbike in disguise. The moment the covers came off, one thing became clear: BMW didn't come to participate, they came to dominate. At first glance, the K1600 GT still looks familiar, but don't let that fool you. Beneath the sleek German bodywork is a motorcycle that has been fundamentally sharpened in every way that matters. BMW didn't soften this bike for comfort alone, they sharpened it for riders who want luxury without sacrificing adrenaline. This is a machine built for riders who measure long-distance touring not just in miles but in speed, precision, and control. And in 2026, BMW made sure the K1600 GT delivers all three in terrifyingly smooth fashion. The heart of this beast is still BMW's legendary inline-six engine, but in 2026, it feels angrier, smarter, and more refined than ever before. Throttle response is immediate yet silky, power delivery is relentless, and the engine pulls with a turbine-like surge that feels more like a high-performance sports car than a touring motorcycle. Twist the throttle at highway speed, and the bike doesn't hesitate. It launches. Riders are already calling it one of the smoothest, fastest touring engines ever built, and BMW seems perfectly fine with that reputation. But here's where things get wild. BMW didn't just add power, they weaponized technology. The 2026 K1600 GT features a dramatically upgraded electronics suite that constantly monitors lean angle, road conditions, speed, and rider inputs in real time. Traction control, ride modes, braking assistance, and throttle mapping all work together so seamlessly that it feels like the bike is thinking alongside you. This isn't tech for show, it's tech designed to let you ride faster, safer, and with insane confidence no matter the conditions. The heart of this beast is still BMW's legendary inline-six engine, but in 2026, it feels angrier, smarter, and more refined than ever before. Throttle response is immediate yet silky, power delivery is relentless, and the engine pulls with a turbine-like surge that feels more like a high-performance sports car than a touring motorcycle. Twist the throttle at highway speed, and the bike doesn't hesitate. It launches. Riders are already calling it one of the smoothest, fastest touring engines ever built, and BMW seems perfectly fine with that reputation. But here's where things get wild. BMW didn't just add power, they weaponized technology. The 2026 K1600 GT features a dramatically upgraded electronics suite that constantly monitors lean angle, road conditions, speed, and rider inputs in real time. Traction control, ride modes, braking assistance, and throttle mapping all work together so seamlessly that it feels like the bike is thinking alongside you. This isn't tech for show, it's tech designed to let you ride faster, safer, and with insane confidence no matter the conditions. One of the biggest shocks comes from the handling. Despite its size, the 2026 K1600 GT feels lighter, sharper, and more agile than anyone expects. BMW's updated chassis tuning and refined suspension geometry allow this massive touring machine to carve corners with an accuracy that borders on absurd. Riders report leaning deeper, turning quicker, and exiting corners harder than ever before, all while remaining rock-solid stable at triple-digit speeds. It shouldn't be possible, but BMW somehow made it real. And yes, BMW remembered comfort, but this is BMW comfort, not lazy comfort. The riding position is relaxed, yet aggressive. The seat is supportive without being soft, and wind protection is tuned for high-speed stability rather than couch-like isolation. This bike doesn't isolate you from the ride, it connects you to it. Long-distance comfort meets Autobahn DNA, and the result is a touring experience that feels alive rather than anesthetized. Then there's the cockpit, and this is where BMW flexes hard. The massive high-resolution TFT display looks more like something pulled from a fighter jet than a motorcycle. Navigation, ride modes, suspension settings, media and performance data are all displayed with surgical clarity. Everything is customizable, intuitive, and designed to be used at speed. This isn't just a dashboard. It's a command center built for riders who want total control. But BMW wasn't done there. Hidden inside the 2026 K1600 GT are subtle upgrades that most riders won't notice immediately, but they'll feel them. Improved heat management keeps the engine's massive output from roasting the rider on hot days. Refined aerodynamics reduce turbulence at high speed without increasing bulk, and the overall ride quality feels smoother, quieter, and more planted than ever before. These aren't flashy upgrades, they're engineering perfection. What truly separates the K1600 GT from the pack is how it balances luxury with performance. While other touring bikes lean heavily into plush comfort, BMW leans into precision. This bike wants to move. It wants to devour miles at speed. It wants long sweeping highways, aggressive mountain passes, and endless stretches of open road. It's not trying to be everything. It's trying to be the best at what it does. And that's why the 2026 K1600 GT feels like a direct challenge to every other premium touring motorcycle on the market. BMW isn't chasing trends, they're setting them. This bike isn't about flashy gimmicks or overdone luxury, it's about engineering dominance. Every component feels deliberate. Every response feels calculated. And every mile reinforces the idea that BMW built this bike for riders who demand more than comfort alone. Riders who've spent time on the new K1600 GT are all saying the same thing. It feels dangerously addictive. Once you get used to the smooth power, razor-sharp handling, and absolute stability at speed, everything else starts to feel slow, soft, or disconnected. This isn't a motorcycle you casually ride, it's one you crave. BMW didn't just build a touring bike, they built a long-distance weapon. And yet, despite all this aggression, the K1600 GT never feels out of control. That's the magic. BMW's engineering keeps everything balanced, composed, and predictable, even when you push hard. It rewards skill without punishing mistakes, making it equally appealing to experienced sport riders and long-distance veterans. Few bikes manage that balance. This one nails it. As we dig deeper into every upgrade, every refinement, and every quiet improvement BMW baked into the 2026 K1600 GT, it becomes obvious that this bike wasn't designed to impress on paper. It was designed to dominate in the real world. Numbers matter, but how the bike feels at speed matters more. And this one feels unstoppable. So what does all this mean for the touring segment? Simple. BMW just raised the bar and dared everyone else to follow. The 2026 K1600 GT isn't just another touring motorcycle, it's a statement, a challenge, a reminder that performance and luxury don't have to live in separate worlds. Stay locked in, because we're about to break down everything you need to know about the 2026 BMW K1600 GT. Every feature, every hidden upgrade, and every reason why this bike might be the most thrilling touring machine BMW has ever built. Once you see what this thing can really do, you may never look at long-distance riding the same way again.